everything that I have been doing 100% for the people, for the island that I love so much. It is always about the attitude.
Yeah.
It is always about the law that has been broken, not about individual. Some of them, they consider me as enemy.
Yeah.
But also on both sides, they consider me as their mama, as their big sister. You don't treat those people like animals, treating them like a criminal. You take the consequences and they accept the consequences. I always pass the message, treat them as a human. I'm just Mbok Niluh that people think I can solve their problems, but I cannot. I cannot solve everyone's problem. I cannot make everyone happy. But as long as you follow the rules, as long as you stick to the truth, then I'm with you all the way.
Scoopy Gang. Om Swastiastu and Rajan Ravu Ring Scoopy Gang. Mbok Niluh. I'm trying, Today it's a very special episode for Scoopy Gang, and we have a guest co-host, Not Such Story, Ketut, and I'm so glad that he was here so that he can take a little pressure off me. And we have Mbok Niluh. I'm so happy you're here. I can't tell you how much, it was like it's been there for like such a 2 months. We're trying to get this on. I know you're being so busy, and thank you to Jerinx.
Jerinx, from deep down of our heart, we would like to thank you, Jerinx, for giving us the opportunity to finally meet.
Yeah. So why us? I want to ask, why Scoopy Gang? You were very small, and I don't know, not a lot of people don't know us. We're only a small community looking at us and trying to, I hope somebody's listening and getting a message or laugh out of it. I wanted to ask you, why Scoopy Gang?
For me, everyone matter.
Yeah.
Before someone got big, they starting from,
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, they start from small, and as my personal life, I've been through some experiences in life, and the ups and the downs, and I always believe life is like a stair. You have to take
step by step.
Yes, the step one by one.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, when you arrive at the step number 5 or number 6, it is your duty to bring along your little brother, sister, and to make sure they are on the same step as you, but
Yeah.
make sure they also take the same step as you. So at the end of the day, at the end of your journey, meaning when you are no longer on earth, you can be sure that you leave the place where you were born as a better place for all those people that you holding hand with, and
Yes.
And for me, we started with one person as our kesayangan.
Yeah.
We call them kesayangan. People call them by follower or something, like follower, and the same with Ketut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone starts with one, and now we reach the number that we reach quite, quite a lot of number of kesayangan.
Yeah.
That consists most of them are ibu-ibu, emak-emak, we call them. And for me, along with my journey, I always meet people by coincidence on social media. And maybe you realize, maybe you haven't realized. Ketut, I think he realized that we met each other. This is actually our first time meeting each other.
I know, yeah. That's why I wanted to make it possible,
But along the journey, I never put any condition. If I feel like reposting someone post, if I feel like tagging someone on my post or introducing them to our audience, that is purely coming from my heart. You know, there's no condition. Okay, one post costs so much or one story costs so much. Of course, we have that kind of condition with corporation.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Bali, when it comes to Indonesia, and you have that media to say to the world, guys, I'm here. This is Scoopy Gang, and this is my duty to pass the message of whoever lives in Bali, lives in Indonesia, and I need to, to convey their message to you. And here you are.
Yeah.
And this is my duty to introduce you to the world. And, if we can have that kind of life, how do you call it? Not lifestyle, but way of life. I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to
Some
be.
way I can promote good message. That's
Yeah.
that's all I care about for me. That's the reason I'm doing it, because life gave me so much. Now I want to give something back. I know you guys are doing the same. I'm so glad you guys are doing that.
It's my pleasure to finally meet you, to finally meet Ketut. So thank you so much
Oh.
for bringing me Ketut.
Because I felt like this would be a good combination of doing episode, because in a way I see Bali is so much struggling. I feel like if two Balinese and I can ask questions, and it would be nice to people to listen, and maybe if they get something out of it, we're so happy to get it out there. That's our goal.
And at the end of the day, you use your how do you call it? You use your media, you use your home
Yeah.
as a place not only for foreigners
Yeah.
to speak up, but
Yeah.
also a
Everybody.
place for
Yeah.
a Balinese, also
Yeah.
for Indonesian to
Yeah.
have what they have to say,
Yeah.
and sometimes it is not what they want to hear, But
Of course,
yeah.
not everybody wants to hear everything.
Yes, and at the end of the day, the final message is we want everyone to be happy.
Yeah.
We wish everyone to to have a happy life in Bali, to be comfortable as they can, to be as safe as they can. And Bali is small.
Yeah, very small. Yeah.
We cannot take more than we can take,
Yes.
and
Yes.
and if I have to take side,
Yeah.
I will take side those who follow the rules,
Yes.
regardless they are Balinese, Javanese, Indonesian, foreigners.
Yes. So I'm gonna start asking, like, how are
So let's
you?
hold all hand together, three of us. Okay.
I'm gonna ask, how are you? Like, how are you actually?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Because I know you went to Jakarta yesterday,
Yes, we
right?
got back yesterday evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And traveling so much and talking to so many people. I mean, I understand that you're trying to do something for the people. I mean, have you ever felt like, okay, am I taking care of myself enough to do it for other people?
Well, I have limitation in my journey,
Yeah.
and so far, everything that I have been doing is 100% for the people, 100% for the island that I love so much. I was born here, raised here, and I plan to spend the rest of my life here. And the same with Ketut also. And you cannot do it alone.
Yeah.
I cannot do it alone.
Yes.
So we need as many as like a family as possible, and it doesn't matter regardless where they're coming from. And along my journey, I have found those people, and I do everything in my power to expose them,
Yes.
in a good way. And they are not only in Bali, and
Yeah.
most of them, lots of them also are from outside Bali.
Yeah.
But we are talking about bigger things. We're talking about national politics, national economic and culture and social, and also about diversities. So Bali is one thing, but Indonesia is another thing.
Yep. Yeah.
So I've been through those journey with some of my friend. The Indonesian people called us by Pandawa Cebong. We are 5 people.
Okay.
So Pandawa like the Hindu.
Oh, Pandawa. Yeah.
So when I decided to go back to Bali and decided to concentrate on doing on giving my life for the Balinese, for the Bali people. Yes, when it comes to organizing your time, you cannot really put your life as balance because you have to choose.
Between.
But I took that risk.
Yes.
I took that risk, and at the end of the day, that choice comes with the consequences. But as long as you are true to your intention, you don't change your intention. You stay with one definition of happiness, one definition of fairness for all. You don't change that. You don't change that because somebody decided to, trying to give you some amount of money, trying to shut you up, or you decided to make peace with some people or some institution. Because on both sides, some of them, they consider me as enemy.
Yeah.
But also on both sides, they consider me as their mama, as their big sister. So, so for me, I mean, in my personal point of view, I mean, even my husband told me, "How far will you go?" You know.
Yeah.
I mean, my husband is so French. He has like blonde hair, you know. You cannot miss him on the street. He cannot make mistake.
Yeah.
He drive for 30 meters. He need to wear his helmet. And
Yes.
because he's the kind of person, so I don't have to say much at home.
Yeah.
And also the same with apply with our daughter.
Yeah.
Sometimes my daughter said, "Oh, Mama, this bule is fighting on the street," and this she forgot that she looks bule,
Okay.
you know. But so I have those kind of representation at home, and by the time I go outside and you know and doing the things that I have to do, it seems that yeah, I mean, I know I'm not being fair with my family because all the time that I dedicate it for the people. Our home is open 24 hours for the people,
Yes.
foreigners. We have lots of foreigners coming, but you don't see it on social media.
Yeah, yeah.
You only see like one side of Niluh Djelantik,
Yeah.
but many side of our life, he's the witness.
Yeah.
He know it from morning to morning. He's the one like opening communication and receiving. So yeah, you cannot have the balance that you wish to have, but it is okay. It is okay.
Yeah.
And I know that we cannot
We can-
expect
yeah.
everything to be perfect. You know,
Yes.
we cannot change everything.
Yeah.
You cannot wish everything to be everyone to understand. You know what you meant to do, but it's okay. It's okay, and I'll go with the flow.
It's
Yeah.
the life you choose. Sometimes, like, if you choose that kind of life, now you have to live with it and take all the consequence, I guess. Right? But, you know,
Because I felt like there is other side of you, like a soft side. I wanted to on this. I wanted to show people like whatever people are thinking. It's not true. I want to show to people who's really Niluh Djelantik. That was my goal of this episode. So, anything you want to ask?
I mean, yeah, I'm just really happy, you know, to actually be here. You know, of course, you inviting me here to be here, and also to meet Mbok Niluh. You know, she's like for me, it's like she's like a sister.
Yeah.
You know, like even though we're not related, I never even see her before, but I know that she has a big name because, you know, when I live in Seminyak with my stepmom, I saw a big sign because when I was in elementary school, I always passed that road in Seminyak where there's a big sign like Niluh Djelantik, and I was always like, oh, what is this? And I asked people like, oh, who is this? What is this? Like, oh, it's a shoe shop. And then like, oh, but what is it? Like, it's a shoe shop, and then her name is Niluh Djelantik. And then that from there I already know her, but I always thought like, you know, like, okay, I never thought that I'm gonna be here, like sitting with her, you know, that's like a big step, you know.
I don't think I ever thought about it.
So yeah.
I remember every episode of his post.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting. Okay, you don't make anything in 1 day or 2 days. As
Yeah.
I'm going to make some people angry again.
I mean, yeah, also, you know, it's just crazy, you know, because when I was younger, I know the image already of Mbok Niluh, and she's like, people telling me that, yeah, she's like really famous with her shoes, you know, because her shoes, I don't know, I don't want to be wrong saying, you know, but people tell me like, yeah, her shoes is like worldwide, and then like artists even from Hollywood using it, and then I was like, oh, okay, crazy, like, you know, like, whoa. And then suddenly I make a video like this parody or comedian, and she posted.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is, like, this is real or not? You know, like, is this the one that?
May I know what is the video is?
Huh?
Like, may I know? I probably never seen it. Like,
I think it was on the beginning where I make like the video in Bali about like people driving.
The German, the lady, the German lady, and it was playing as the Indian,
Mr. Raj.
yeah, Mr. Raj, and also the Singaporean boy. And one of the video, it is actually when they have a problem with the water, I think also.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's funny. I think sometimes in a way, he's kind of doing the message thing in a funny way. Some people gets by easily from funny way. They don't take it offensive that much, I feel. But yeah, sometimes when you say straightforward, hey, don't do that. And they're like, oh, why are you telling me that? You know, sometimes it gives wrong message to the people. They understand it differently.
I understand that. And this is how I communicate. I I was born in Bali, but I was raised in the in the family that most of us we are women.
Yes.
So I was raised by women,
Yes.
and but at the same time we are taught to respect the men. So 10 women, 1 man. That is the composition of our family.
Yeah.
And then when I was 19, I decided to move to Jakarta to start
Education, right? Yeah.
to continue my education and living on my own. And being raised by my mom and also my aunties and also with my cousin and my grandma, I have the freedom to speak up.
Yes.
and and then I continued that kind of habit in Jakarta. I first started working. I was 19 years old, and when you are faced with, let's say, 20 foreigners in your office,
Yeah.
you are 19, so you are the youngest, and of course you become the person with the most task in the office.
Yes,
You
for
open
sure.
the office and you close the office, and I didn't have any how do you call it? I was not even scared.
Yeah.
But of course, with time, you learn how to speak and respect the elder. You learn how to say no. You learn how to give you argumentation. You learn so many way, but one thing must not change, which is your life principle, and that is never changed from my life. So I don't burn the bridge behind me, except the bridge who teach me how to corrupt,
Yeah.
who accept the bridge, who teach me how to cheat on people, that I burn and bury them way behind my life. And that kind of way of speaking, maybe for most of the people, they cannot really accept that, because
Yes.
it is not often for them to see, let alone woman, a Balinese speaking up in a quite harsh way,
Yeah.
like not rude, but like tough, like straight to the point. We see some people who, some Balinese who can do that. One of them is Jering.
Yeah.
But Jering, he uses media, written media. He writes. Me, I write. Ketut, he used the video, like he speak on media, and he passed the right message on the right time, and people understand that without feeling offended.
Yeah.
While Juring and me, we probably pass the same message, but we often get misunderstood.
Yeah.
And even me personally with Juring at the beginning, I mean, I'm his big fan. I'm a big fan of Superman is Dead,
Yeah.
and he's been like our idol. We have his poster on the bench or on the chair of our boys since 15 years ago. Him holding the chicken, with Farani Empel. We
Okay.
got that since the beginning of Niluh. So, but sometimes, of course, we have some differences.
Yeah.
We fight, we argue open on public, open on his 1.5 million followers, open on our kesayangan, and after that, that's it. Because at the end of the day, you love each other, you want to do the best for Bali, and then in between Jering or between us, we found Ketut. So when I think I'm too hard or too harsh, I found his post. Okay, it's about nice. Okay, repost. If you don't understand what I'm trying to say, you
He
will
will tell
understand
you.
what he's
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah.
And it's the same message,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
it's the same message for me, like, of course, I'm I don't have so much power. I'm also like, I I grew up also, like, I don't go into, like, high school and all that, but the thing is that, so I don't have the power to speak up, and I'm also just, how you say, I'm not in someone's eyes, I'm nothing actually,
Yeah.
You
You're
but
not
have
nothing.
a big power, sayang, both of you. But you don't see it the same way we see it, because the best judges is the one from the outside, right?
Yeah.
The same like for me, sometimes, like, I also feel like helpless, like you want to do so much, but people misunderstood you.
Yeah.
When I see your video and then I repost it, it means something. It means a lot for me. It means I cannot say the things that I would like to say, and Ketut said in the right way. And then Scoopy Gang, I haven't found any podcast in Indonesia, let alone in Bali, that hosted
By
by
Indian.
Indian
I mean,
Americans.
Indian American. I mean, and then opening up their door for the local, you know. And even the local podcast, they don't really open to other local because wow, the issue is too hot. Wow,
Yeah.
it's too controversial.
Really?
You know,
Yeah.
even though I mean, our voice has been heard all the way to the New York Post,
Yes.
all the way to the Guardian,
Yeah.
all the way to the Washington Post, all the way around the world, you know. But sometimes you have these tiny wishes, you know, little dream like, can our own media in Bali like giving us a call, you know? But no one is calling us, you know.
Really?
Like you have international media lining up, you know, like even national
Yeah.
media. Like now we've been we are taking care of the 21 Indonesian that are being kept in somewhere in Myanmar.
Myanmar or something.
So
Yes. Yeah.
so we use all the power that we have as a citizen, as a netizen. So we are using our social media for the good, you know, for the
Good cause,
for
yeah.
the good cause, and we provoke them. Can you please tag the ambassador, the embassy,
Yeah.
and of course, who wants to be on Niluh Djelantik page? No, you don't
Yeah.
want to be there. You get viral.
Yeah.
You get take down. You get reported. You know, because
Yeah.
when I have 250,000 people suddenly becoming our follower, I make sure Meta Indonesia aware of that, and I make sure I don't want this 250,000 new follower.
Yeah.
I'm not about number. I don't
Yeah.
want. Of course, people will be like, "Oh my God, 250,000 follower in one day," you know.
Yeah.
And then even the guy told me, Mbok Niluh, the Meta Indonesia guy, the number one guy in Meta Indonesia, Mbok Niluh, you are the only person who doesn't like to have new follower. I said, I don't care. I just want my message to be heard.
Yes.
These 250,000 people, they will send a message to I don't know who and say that I earn fake follower and they're gonna
Yeah.
kill our account. You know what I mean? And so you are very important. I mean, your presence very important. You just don't know it yet because sometimes we are here for 1 week, we are here for 1 year, we are here for 10 years. You know, in Indonesia we call it saya datang hari ini, kamu datang 10 tahun lalu, kamu datang 20 tahun lalu, and you have the different footprint on your presence.
Yes.
But it's just a matter of time. And in 1 year or in 2 years, you will be talking with millions of people, opening up to more people in Bali, and maybe you will spread your wing to, you know, to different, different part of Indonesia. The same with Ketut also, you know. Because Ketut is so loved by our
Yeah.
kesayangan that many times they ask me, Mbok, beli Ketut jumpling? It doesn't make any content, Mbok. Wait, I need to see my
Calendar.
yeah, my tag first, okay? Because I told him, can you please tag me when you when you write something or add me as collaborator, you know?
Yeah.
And this is not something that I would like to attract his follower or I would like to attract your follower. But I would like your message will be heard and will be watched by our kesayangan, you know.
Yes.
Good message, bad message is a message,
Yes.
you know. And so don't ever think that, you know.
I mean, I really appreciate, like, all the support, especially on my videos and especially the things that I do, and people also kind of how you say, they listen to also, especially the kesayangan of Mbok Niluh. Also, a lot of them are also on my followers or my kesayangan, So we both also the same. Like every time there's something going on, either like the people tagging on her or on me, they kind of like, because they know that like she said, like we both like want also for better for Bali. We also want to give a message to Bali, to all of that. But then like, yeah, this is why the reason why also a lot of people like listen to us. So in the end, for myself, I'm not a politician. I'm just a regular guy in Bali, who likes to making a content about funny things about what's going on in Bali. And Of course, the thing is that even though I'm not into politician, but I really respect her. One of the reason why I respect her, because she giving a voice in Bali about what's going on in Bali. And I know that like there's a lot of politician in Bali, but the one that actually the making sound and the one who's like proving things is her. And this is why, like, actually I have a lot of people also followed me on my Instagram which is politician. But the thing is that I don't want to put too much myself in that situation,
Okay.
because I don't know them. I know her from the way, even though I never met her, but I know her just from a video. I can tell like how she is. She's like pure to Bali. And this is why a lot of I see like Balinese people really appreciate what she's doing. Because, imagine all this small business that growing in Bali, she actually, without even look, imagine like there's so many social media in Bali, right?
There's so
You
much
know,
social media right here.
and
Yeah.
imagine if these people want to, like this small business want to, like for example, putting her brand or their brand, they have to pay a lot for a content, for like putting in some, but she's actually doing it for free. And this is why I also like to support local, because this is our home. And why not, supporting local to make us more embrace, and yeah, this is why I really appreciate what she's doing. And I just hope that also in the future that everything will be in Bali will be more also peaceful. That also I can also feel your struggle, as especially like a woman in Indonesia, and with all of these things happening, it's like a strong, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a strong for me. Like I think like we need more women like her
Yes.
in Indonesia to or in the world to represent something.
So because I feel like women, because it's so important, I feel like they know how to take care of family, and they can actually take care of people too, because I mean, of course, my mom, I can say, and I mean, she cares about her child, but sometimes I feel like she doesn't support enough. But as said, like there's so much expectation on you. Like I understand, like people want you to do something, so much expectation. Does it ever overwhelm you, like in a way that okay, this is too much? No.
We receive hundreds of how do you call it, pengaduan. We open a hotline number that people call Lapor Niluh. Lapor Niluh was born because the relationship between the people and the institution are getting sour. They don't trust their institution anymore. They feel like, I cannot report to the police, I cannot report to the immigration because they won't listen.
Yeah.
But when we go to Mbok Niluh, she listen and she fight for both sides. So just for the foreigners here to be aware that I also have my obstacle, I also have my fight, I also have my battle, even with the institution themselves. Because for me, there is only one thing that I would like to present to the people: to live your life with integrity. As simple as that.
Yes.
I'm not happy if people talking about, oh yeah, you just pay so much, then you are okay for 6 months in Bali. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I make sure the paying so much for you to live 6 months in Bali, it will never happen in front of my eyes, because I will make sure the institution aware that Niluh Djelantik is around. You cannot do that. And like an egg, egg in the basket, you have 100 egg in the basket. Not all of them are rotten.
Yes.
Not 100 of them are bad, a bad egg or bad apple. So I'm dealing with maybe, let's say, I don't know, one, two, or maybe three not so good one, but there are 97 others that are willing to do their work, honest, be there for the people, but they don't have enough, how do you call it? They don't have enough channel to pass the message that they're actually doing their job. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And of course, sometimes in between, like for example, when you see some of the viral case, on social media, which is mostly coming from us, when I receive the attack, for me it's very very simple. Even the institution, even for you, like, I don't know, if you have any hacker or people who can crack on your social media, you will find nothing on mine because I'm like this.
What?
Yeah, you can see through.
Yeah.
There is nothing that I hide. If I have to fight with the immigration, I will do it. If I have to fight with the police, I will do it. And for them, there is no reason to hate Niluh Djelantik because she's speaking the truth.
So
And
the message is you're not against anyone. You're trying to fight the truth.
yeah, I'm not against anyone. I'm just a person of rules. If you respect the rules, you have all my support. We support like foreigners whose passport is already in the hand of, let's say, the immigration, whose ticket is ready for them to get out from Indonesia, but they stay because they can prove me. Because every time people need us to speak on their behalf, I'm always have one question for them: are you legit?
Yeah.
Are you sure when you teach those lady how to make an hamburger, you don't make any payment except the hamburger that you ate? Yes, Niluh. Yes, I promise you. And of course, in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they get their passport with the tears in their eyes, driving all the way from Buleleng back to Karangasem. But this kind of story, of course, I will never
Post
it,
Yeah.
And there are lots of them. People know Niluh Djelantik. Oh my God, like when people make you the memes, like the other day, I saw them.
Bali metaverse.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think last night or 2 days
Yeah.
ago, and I was like laughing, I was like, oh my God, so cute, And they portray me as like, Niluh Djelantik and with Moscow Cabang Bali, and maybe next time Ketut Jumpling will be inside as the stand-up comedian
Yeah.
who like making jokes on everyone, The only person who can make jokes about immigration in Indonesia is him. You know what I mean? But this is all we need, somebody who can actually say, I can laugh about myself,
Yeah.
like when people say shitty things about me and I can prove them the otherwise because of my love for you, because of my care for you, that I need to let you know you cannot stand on the mountain putting your pants down and showing off to everyone. It's just not correct.
Yes.
But then at the same time, you don't treat those people like animal, treating them like a criminal, putting the orange thing and showing them on TV. I don't agree with that. So everyone we deal with, when we give them the suggestion or the advice, of course, they forgive the Balinese people, forgive them. They say sorry with a sincere eyes, sincere face. They come to our home, they come to our home with the Kepala Desa, with the police, with the army, with everyone. Okay, but now you take the consequences, and they accept the consequences. And then I always pass the message: treat them as a human. So when they say goodbye in the airport, nobody see them, but they thank you. Thank you, Niluh, And when they come back, they will come back happily. That's it. And my attention is very simple, When you create a content, when you have this studio, of course, for me, I wish one day you will have your own studio. With Ketut, you'll become partner, for example, and you open up another studio, like studio classes for content creator, for photographer, for editor, anything. And then, of course, you will tell me, well, I'm legit. I will do anything in my power, everything in my power to make sure that nobody cause you problem.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And regardless foreigners, regardless Indonesian, as long as I'm still alive, as long as people still need me, I will be there for them. And it is free. But it comes with consequences. It comes with a threat.
Yeah.
Not only coming from the people who feel that I make their life uncomfortable, but also from my own.
Yeah.
From my own, and of course that includes some people who have high rank position, who are inside the system. They are not happy. Why everybody come to Niluh? Why everybody go to Niluh? The Bule, the WNA, the WNI, the Balinese, the Javanese, the Indonesian, even people all the way in Sumatra and Kalimantan and Papua, they come to Niluh. And even though I cannot be part of the solution, I listen. When somebody has a problem, when her daughter got raped in Sumatra, they had a big problem, let's say with institution, I use our social media, tag the police and say to the police, without making them upset, I will tell them, excuse me, the chief of the police, this is your people. Can you please take good care of her?
Yes.
Within hours. We have thousands and thousands of ibu-ibu like tagging and like attacking the police office in the middle of nowhere and suddenly become the center of the nation. And of course, we get our voice heard. Do I have any intention to become somebody in that island? No. But there is a mother whose daughter got violated and her voice need to be heard. And it also come from, from every nationalities. We have a father of foreigners who has a daughter, like tiny daughter.
I've seen it, yeah.
You know that,
Posted.
right?
The mom took the kids away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want both voices to be heard. And I got misunderstood. I got attacked from some woman.
Yeah.
Like some woman, like I don't know who they are. I don't know if they are legit or not. They are like, Mbok, you protect women. You are the voice of women. Why you do this? Why you defend the bully? Why you defend the guy? And my answer is simple. This guy already have his stage. Take the stage. And both party, their lawyer, you see how far the case is going? Lawyer.
Yes.
The two lawyer, we will arrange a meeting very soon, both lawyer, because even the police come to me, Mbok, can you please assist us on this? Even the police, they are trying to do their work, but when the family matter, like a personal matter, sometimes you can only do so much.
Yes.
So I give it to the people to decide. You use your channel. If you have something to say, tag me. I will put you on the spotlight on Niluh Djelantik, the same like the father.
Yes.
And for me, this is the only way. I'm not a police. I'm not immigration. I'm not. I'm just Mbok Niluh that people think I can solve their problems, but I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot solve everyone's problem. I cannot make everyone happy. But as long as you follow the rules, as long as you stick to the truth, walk on that truth, then I'm with you all the way. And yes, we we have quite a lots of people like actually like yeah, you cannot help me, you cannot help me my personal problem with like with my family and this and that. And yeah, we have lots of like complaint too, but I told them I'm doing it out of my love for you.
Yeah.
If there is a crime involved, police. If there is any immigration or working permit involved, immigration. But those two parties make sure that they know I'm around and they are happy to do that. They are
Yeah.
happy to listen to my voice because I will show to Mbok Niluh I'm trying to do my job. So they got misunderstood too. They become the center of gossip, center of comments in all those expat community. And as much as I have a lot of complaint for the system in our country, it makes me sad also, because then you put those eggs as if as they are all rotten, and that kind of comments coming from someone maybe who never come to Bali, who doesn't live in Bali, but they have all the opportunity to to say whatever they want on social media.
Exactly what me and him was talking, because like people just they don't listen to all the context of the message. They listen to half, or they just like, okay, this is a white guy or this is a brown guy. I'm gonna say this guy is taking money or this is he's doing something wrong. I think it's going in a way like everybody's like as he said, like no, most of the people not from Bali.
Yeah.
They're just somewhere creating fake accounts and
It's like it's so much hate, I mean, like, this is also one of the reason why now if there is some problem in Bali, right, I have to see from both point of view,
like
because sometimes, yeah, like Mbok Niluh, because sometimes, like, people just posting on hate, because some of I'm saying, like, we also here already faced the problem, but then there's always this new social media, not even in Bali. They don't even live in Bali, but they're making all this hate. Because right now, it's a bit with bully and local, it's a little bit like how you say, at the moment is firing up, But the thing is that the people outside Bali, right, they only know that oh, bule is like bule. Like everyone is like becoming hate to bule, you know. And of course, like there is a bad bule, but there's also a good bule around, you know. So this is why, like I was wondering also, like let Niluh do the work, you know. You don't need to build something hate outside, because you know Bali, like how you say, of course we don't like a bad bule, a bad tourist, you know, but also we also live with the tourists, you know. Like for me, for example, I have a small business. I, you know, of course I also involving tourists, you know, and I see like, okay, like in the end, because of some a little uh like someone posts about something, you know, and then they're like attacking this person so bad, and then in the end they finally find us the problem, and then like, oh shit, I was judging this person wrong, you know. So this is maybe why, maybe what I want to ask Niluh, you know. So maybe Niluh, because you have a big power in Bali, in Indonesia, everyone hearing your voice. So maybe you can tell this new social media to like, don't put so much negative about bule, because I have also a lot of friends that is bule, and they feel like they've been living here for so long because of the some individual make them look so bad. And I sometimes I'm also sad to see, because like, oh, you know, I've been living here for like so many years, and then now people looking at us so differently. And of course the people in the village, they know us, but some of these people that knew from outside Bali, they come, they think like all the bullies are bad, you know. So maybe Mbok Niluh can tell also to the kesayangan or netizen of Indonesia that not all the tourists are bad in Bali, you know.
When I brought up a subject, it is always about the attitude.
Yeah.
It is always about the law that has been broken, not about individual,
Yeah.
not about where they're coming from. Because if you see our social media, even I put an Indonesian who
Yeah.
actually, you know what I mean.
Yes.
So I don't see their
The color. Yeah.
the color,
Yeah.
and that's why the kesayangan that's why that's how they respect me, because I will just, you know, just tell the truth that I have to tell the truth. I mean, I don't care when people call me bad names, like in the worst way possible. They will call me bad name and trying to put me head to head with the foreigners, trying to put me as if as I am the enemy of the foreigners, that I'm trying to wipe out the whole Russian, something like that, you know. Like they're making it in such a way that this is Niluh Djelantik and this is one nationality that I'm trying to kick out, and they even make special social media for me, like lots of them, like a special account, special video, and like compiling some of the video of us while we are, how do you call it, uh, trying to handle some problems with certain attitude, that for us, if you don't do it in your country, then do it in here, you know.
Yes. Exactly.
And I never generalize. It will never come to from my mouth like, okay, this nationality,
Yes.
this nationality. But at some point, one day, I was so upset that I decided to say, okay, we need to limit the availability of the visa on arrival for these two country,
Yeah.
just to limit, you
Yeah.
know, because we are so overwhelmed already with the, you know, because Bali is so small, and you cannot always have a problem and bring it to our home, and then we sit down and then we say sorry, and then we go to the temple and pray. We cannot, because some other people will pick up their phone and they will be feeling freely to post it, and of course some other people will translate it different way, and then at the end of the day it is becoming the hate relationship with bule, which is not the case. Because when I have a report from surfer instructor, we have the report all the way from Klungkung, all the way from to the diving instructor in Buleleng, and they are part of Bule. They are part of Bule. They have their company. They have their legit company, and let alone the Indonesian. who has maybe 5 students, and suddenly they are faced with some kind of instructor on the same beat, and they take the video and they get pushed, and then they come to me. So we are not talking about nationality. We're just talking about, you have your license? Yes. You have your license? No. So you apply. That is the basic rules with me. Okay, beli kata jumpling. I saw you in Besaki giving information about the temple. You have your license? Yes. This is my license, Mbok. And you? Good afternoon, sir. I saw you have also audience that you also share your knowledge about Besaki. Do you have a license? No. Okay, apply your license. That is the bottom line of what I do so all this time. Follow the rules. And of course, there will be some people like, okay, Mbok Niluh, for you also to know that abroad there are so many Indonesian breaking the rules, so many Indonesian becoming illegal. Yeah, but I can only do so much.
here. Yeah.
Here.
You can't control other country.
If somebody break the law in France, or some Indonesian break the law in Japan, let the Japan police or the French police
take care of it.
take care of the people. But we also have lots of foreigner who truly love Indonesia, who do their best to live in Indonesia, even without getting married to Indonesian. They follow the rules. They see me, they come to me for an advice. Mbok, I plan to open restaurant with alcohol license. What should I do? Okay, you need to apply this, and this. And then for the staff, for the well-being of your staff, you need to apply this and this and this and this. And at the end of the day, of course, I will be sitting there, becoming their client. Hi, kesayangan, come to the restaurant. They have this menu, they have this drink. I'll be very happy to promote them, free of charge.
Yeah.
And it belongs to Bule.
Yeah.
And there are so many of them that I promote. But I don't have to explain, this is the good Bule, This is the good Bule. I don't have to explain.
Yeah.
People will find out.
Yeah.
That's why today they said, Niluh, you have to be fair also. You also need to post all the good Bule, all the nice foreigners. I was in the room with maybe more than 50 foreigners who has been living in Indonesia, in Bali, for more than 50 years. What are they? Are foreigners, from France, from Italy, from the USA, from Australia. If you are in that room with me, you will cry.
Yeah.
Because they will come to you, they are 75 years old, they are 8 years old, and they hold your hand and they will tell you, Niluh,
You okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Because they know, they send me the letter on behalf of thousands of people. We don't want to go to Phuket, Niluh. We don't want to go to Thailand. But this kind of visa is worrying us so much. And who do they speak up? Who made all these high-ranked people and fight for them? Niluh Djelantik. But I cannot have the risk of being reported to the police every time I defend those foreigners, But for me, I will do everything.
Have a napkin.
It's okay. I will do everything in my power to protect those who love Bali. They plan to live in Bali. They want to have the rest of their life in Bali, And what is wrong? Why you have to charge them another kind of visa? Why you have to put them in obligation that they need to have 5 billion rupiah in their bank account? They will need to have like $200,000 or something in their bank account, or a property of 5 billion rupiah. They are happy by renting a 20 million rupiah a month a villa. They are happy by hiring a driver, a gardener, and also a house staff or something like that. Why you have to put another law? The same thing happened today. We have this plan of charging tourists $150. I'm against that.
For
the tourists, like a tourist tax.
Okay.
So tourists has to pay $150. I don't agree with that. Instead of charging the tourists $150, why you don't try to make the not the law enforcement, but the rules, the clear rules. Hi guys, I come to Bali as a tourist. Okay, welcome to Bali. Enjoy Bali. Those $150, they can use it to take surfing lesson. They can use it to buy local food, for example. And I don't care if the owner is Bule or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Spend your money in Bali. But then, Mbok, hi, I plan to do something else. I plan to work as a digital nomad. I plan to open up a business. I plan to become a surfing gurus or yoga gurus. Okay, this door please. And the government need to simplify the rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe this $1 million deposit, maybe they can make different kind of rules. If somebody wants to become, let's say, a host, a content creator, okay, I'm hosting it for my YouTube and all my audience are in the US, then they make it clear. But I'm also doing consultation for a local company. Let's say I'm charging them $100 to create their website in Jakarta or in Bali. Is another declaration, which is I'm honestly going to pay my tax. I promise you, TG, I will promote every one of them for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in return, can you please teach something to Indonesian? Can you please do something in return? Teach our kids how to speak good English.
Yeah.
Teach our kids how to use computer.
Yeah.
But as long as you are clear, I protect you with all the power that I have. But I cannot afford to protect you, and I cannot protect people who hide behind those dark room. In the morning, they will cut hairs, make some tattoo, and then in the afternoon, as soon as the immigration arrive, they will hide somewhere, hiding behind the curtain. I cannot protect these people. I cannot. But what I can do for them is to simplify the law.
Yes.
When you work as a tattoo artist or when you work as a surfing instructor, I don't see the point why they have to be charged $1 million or 10 billion rupiah as their how do you call it, opening capital.
Yeah.
They cannot.
Yeah.
Maybe the government should make different kind of law, apply it as, I don't know, different country, maybe like Australia or like the US, like France, like different kind of profession.
Yeah.
So not every profession fall on the entertainment kitas, which is doesn't exist.
It should, I think.
No, it doesn't exist. This
No.
entertainment kitas that you become golf teacher, surfing teacher, diving teacher, influencer, photo model, DJ, dancer. No, there's no such kitas. But people get away with it.
Yeah.
And where the money goes,
Influencers' pockets.
you know?
Yeah.
And charging people for endorsement, giving free rooms. Like, okay, I want to stay in your villa. I have 10,000 followers. It happened to us in Niluh Djelantik. Some people will actually come to the shop. I have 10,000 followers. Can you give me free shoes?
Oh, this I've been
This-
seeing. Even like
this
he was
is-
talking
this-
about
yeah.
Body Factory. He went to
And
Body.
yeah, he made a video. It went viral. You know, I posted. It was so related to our daily life. I was like, oh my god, he's making the content. You know, like with the with the with that accent,
Yeah.
and then the Indian one was actually the
I mean, yeah, like actually, this is why I was also like have what do you call it, like why that time I was also like angry a bit, because I have a small business, right? And for me to build that business with my brothers and my friend, it was not that easy, not just come here and then build and become big. No, we be from small, as I said, we are not come from a rich family. We open our business with like really hard working, and then suddenly, like after those so many years, we make a name out of ourselves, and then we even do good thing in Bali. We also do like charity. We make all these kind of things, and then someone they think they have a lot of money, they just come here and then bang, they can do whatever they want, and then like, oh yeah, like they open like a surf school, like, okay, not opening a surf school, but they're actually like teaching also surfing, and then this is not fair for me, because it's like, come on, like this is not surfing is also, this is like a local income, not like billionaires income, like I understand also if Indonesian, for example, right, if I go to, for example, to Europe or to Germany, it's not just easy. I can just say I go there, okay, I'm gonna work
As a
as
surfer.
cleaning your house,
Yeah.
and then okay, it's not simple as that. You have so many. Oh yeah, there's also a lot of local here can do the same job. Why should we, like, why should we have to invite you to work as that? So of course now there's a lot of like Indonesian Balinese that goes like work abroad, and they're doing it in a right way. They do a paperwork and everything. They even have to like borrow money in the bank so they can work outside. You know what I mean?
See
And
the frustration? You see the
see,
frustration?
it's not easy. And then
No,
suddenly,
I totally support local people. I think he knows because for me it's like rules, as you said. You are here for some reason. You follow the rules, and then if you're not gonna follow rules, go back to your country. Do whatever in your own country. Don't do it here. So for me, it's so important because you should not take somebody else's job if you're doing something wrong. So that's a fair and legal because I've been in US as a kid. I went to US to start education, and I started education. Then I started working. So I did every process correct way. So for me to start working in US, I didn't just illegally start working. No, so you have to follow the rules anywhere. If you don't do this in your home, like you said, if you don't do this in your own home, don't do it in another country because it's not fair for them. You're here because of they're giving you a place to stay, like a guest house, right?
Yeah.
So they have their own rules. You don't you follow, you stay in that guest house. Otherwise, get out.
I guess
You know?
I guess it's like this. I think what I think that people like this is happening actually after the corona or when the corona
During
time was
yeah.
getting starting, and then after the corona was just getting even more, like, and then that's when it started, like, become like, I think a lot of Balinese also waking up from it, after all this happening, the tourism doesn't follow the rules. Okay, I'm not saying that all the local follow the rules,
Yeah.
but at least, like, okay, like, you come in this country as a guest, right? You're far from home, and to get something, like, if something happened to you, it's not like in your country where it's like helicopter is gonna be there in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know why some of these people don't even think like that. This is like people like starting to obey the rules, and they think because like they're in Bali, it's a holiday place. Whatever, we have money, so we can do whatever we want. But in the end, now as a Balinese, we already thinking more like, hey man, you come here, you respect our rule, and we're not saying you 100% following our rule, but at least you have respect for it. Don't think that this place is like your playground. Just because you think that you have money, you can do whatever you want. No,
No.
it's not all just about money. We also in Bali, we have a strong culture, and strong culture, we have a strong community, and this is how we live in Bali. Maybe in other countries, I don't know if they do the same, but maybe not. But here we have a strong culture, we have strong communities. At least they can respect that. We don't have to say like, do this, do that. No, we're not trying to being a racist through tourists. Like we said, like, we love tourists because we also Bali is also growing up with the tourism. We just want that tourists to understand the situation. It's not that what Niluh or me on my video, we're trying to like saying bules are bad or tourists. No, we're just trying to say that you come to this island, we give you a place to enjoy your time here, and just at least like follow the rules.
We get misunderstood because in between that chaos, right?
Yes.
And that's why Jering posted on some comments, like on different posts. I knew because he show me,
Yeah.
no, Beli Jering not only posted on one post.
He posted in 10 videos.
I didn't know that, and because we have so many notification on one post, like sometimes can be thousands, so I didn't check anymore.
Yeah.
And so I read, and even he guarantee you, right? I guarantee you, like Niluh,
Because as a foreign, I mean, of course, I
he
don't
don't
know
do
you.
that.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time he ever step up for someone,
Yeah.
like, and that someone that he knows dearly, that I'm the person who can say no to him.
Yeah.
And he's the person who can say, like this to Mbok Niluh, and we love each other and we respect each other because we have the same dream for Bali.
Yeah.
Different way, same destination.
Yeah.
Same with Ketut, and Even he get misunderstood. Even Ketut get misunderstood. Even I get misunderstood. That's why when the Indonesian are saying, "Bo, this bule is taking away the job," and then the foreigners telling me, "Yes, but your rules are too tough. Your rules are too strict." My position is in between. On one side, that is my duty to protect the local, to make sure that they can do their daily job that they have been doing for so many years. They've been surfing for 30 years, and that's all they can do, teaching how to surf, and that is their ocean, you know. And when I try to straighten up some rules, like, guys, he has KTP, but he make less than 400 million a month, so it means he's UMKM. So if he make less than 50 million a month, he pay zero tax, local, and PWP, KTP. But if he make more than 50 million a month or less than 400 million a month, 2.5%,
Yes.
0.25%. I cannot apply the same rules to the guy who doesn't have KTP. But what I can do is your profession or your job is so much needed by our people that we don't have. Let's say Italian speaking surfer. So why don't you join forces with the local?
Yeah.
Create a company.
Yep.
Okay, hola. Hello, Om Swastiastu. Do something together. Make it straight. Discuss with us, And there's no hanky-panky under the table
Table,
thing,
yeah.
And I will introduce, hi guys, this is the first ever surfing company in Indonesia that speaks 10 languages. Endorsed by Mbok Niluh Djelantik, You know what I mean?
Yes.
I will do it
exactly.
for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they will make sure, Mbok, we make that less than 400 million a month. We are UMKM. Yeah, but we have foreigner, Mbok. Yeah, you register him.
Oh.
Make a proper PT, pay proper tax for him. Maybe he make 10 million a month or 20 million a month. I don't know. But making it so legit, so clean that nobody can use it against you.
Yes.
And and when it happened, every industry can have their own kind of like a mentor, like protege,
Yeah.
Okay, Mbok Niluh is the shoemaker part. Beli Ketut is on the creative industry part, joining forces with TJ. And then probably Dewanra Jelantik on photography part, or Darwis Triadi, that they becoming the papa of all those foreigners that are needed so much in our country. But if you don't really need it, then we are very sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bali is so small.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
But
Sometimes I get scared,
Yeah.
like we're spreading around the wings like everywhere right now. I'm like, what's gonna happen in 10 years? Because I feel like I call it my home now, because I lived in India, I lived in US, now I'm here. I call this a place home. As soon as even I went to Thailand for a week. I missed Bali. The reason I missed Bali is like the people here. There's so many like good people. Like they took care of me when I needed. So, and also the nature. It's so beautiful. It's so, as we say, the Bali only one. There's not too many. We need to take care of it. I get scared of like, oh, what's going to happen to this place for in 10 years, because it was Kuta before. Now it's Seminyak. Now it's Canggu. Where are we? I'm like,
Yeah.
where are we going? My question.
Like, I think what, this is the good thing about like why someone speak out about it. If, for example, if there would be Mbok Niluh Djelantik, yeah, even for me, I don't know anything so much about about the people who the immigration or do that and this. If someone, who should we tell? You know what I mean? If I would just go to a person, hey, this is what happened, they're probably gonna be like, yeah, who are you? It's like, but then at least we have Mbok Niluh Djelantik, so actually, like, if something happened like that, at least she's representing. So that's the good thing. Before it gets so chaos, you know what I mean? Before that, people cannot give this. Indonesia is a free speech country actually, but you can't really say so much, because if you say so much here and you don't have a power, you're kind of fucked. I know. Yeah. So actually, I agree on Mbok Niluh about this. The tourists that coming here that wants to open a business or something, or a big business, of course, if they have money and they do it the proper way, they have the paper, good. They employed Indonesian. They're giving us a job opportunity. But for example, like all these small business like surf instructor, photographer, Indonesian people, Balinese people, there's thousands of people can do it. So instead of like opening, like they're running away from immigration, scared of this and that, work with us, work with local. We can help each other. You don't need to run away, and we also feel like support. We built like a family,
Community together.
community together.
Yeah.
So it's not like this now. It's become like, of course, everyone is pissed. Even I'm pissed. Like owning a small business and then suddenly like someone doing
Taking
it.
that away from you.
Yeah, taking it away. So it's not like I wouldn't mind to have a competition of a business of local. I'm happy. And that means like, oh man, there's more local people want to do something. But if I have to competition with outsider for dinner, I feel like damn, like I don't have, you know what I mean? Like I have, like if I would, yeah, I don't feel so much.
Secured.
Yeah. But if I see like a local doing something like, oh man, I love this because I want, like from my point of view, I want more local to have business in Bali because I know that 60-70% of the big business in Bali is not even owned by Balinese. And for me, it's so sad to see, how long is this going to happen? How long? I just hope that the new generation, they want to work also hard and to open a business. And like Niluh, for example, you know why I'm so proud of her? Because imagine, she's a woman in Bali, independent, owning her own business, and it's spread around the world. You don't see that much. You don't see that much. And this is why I feel like, wow, this woman is something. And of course, I will look up to her because she's like a, how you say it, role model to me, like that. So yeah, that's how I appreciate you actually. So not because I'm talking like faking this. I'm not a fakers.
Yeah.
And before we came here, already so many months, he was scared about this podcast about Scoopy Gang. I told him, why you need to be scared? Because like I know that he's doing pure here. He's not making money here. He's actually like giving a job opportunity for the people for this podcast. So I told him like, yeah, but I'm scared, like, blah blah. Like, if you don't do anything wrong in your life, why would you need to be scared? But if you're not doing it purely, you're doing illegal here, you should be scared. Because I would already probably the first one who said like, yeah, screw you. Like don't do this kind of thing. But I was even supporting. And this is why Mbok Niluh, when Jerinx was posting about the, because he was scared, of course,
Because I'm
Drives me crazy every time he posts up. He's like, and I always provoke our kesayangan. Anyone who give him a spank?
Yeah, she told me.
I'm also a foreigner here, of course, but I don't know a lot of the things. I don't know what goes on politics or whatnot. For me, I only started this purely out of heart because as Indian, I've been judged a lot in my life. I've been in India, I've been to US. They see the skin color, they judge you.
Bali is only 180 kilometers from north to south, from east to west. You can basically do the whole Bali maybe in one day, full drive. What do you want Bali to become? Seem like your question. In 10 years. Is it something that you use as a playground? And when you get bored, you go
Go
and jump to
somewhere else.
another island.
Yeah.
And what about us? We live here. We were born here. We're gonna die here. Don't we also deserve something, something good for our island? Why don't we work hand in hand?